This isn't just a divorce. This is a full-blown courtroom reckoning. A father accused of disappearing for 2 years. A mother fighting to keep control. A judge who's done with excuses. In this case, military service, PTSD treatment, unpaid child support, and explosive past relationships all collide inside one family courtroom. We'll watch a judge dismantle both sides, call out moral failures, and slowly rebuild a father-child relationship step by step, while dropping a massive retroactive child support order that changes everything. Stay with us, because what starts as supervised visits turns into a full reunification plan, and the final ruling may surprise you.
This is a divorce case that was filed on a pro se basis, but then lawyers have become involved in it, and we're basically litigating everything. So, Mr. Jackson, you represent the plaintiff in the case.
I do, Your Honor.
You wish to make an opening statement?
No, Your Honor.
All right. You may call your first witness. Baxter, come around, please.
You want the rule? I got multiple witnesses.
You got witnesses?
I do, yeah.
We'd like to rule, Your Honor.
Rule has been requested. If there are any other witnesses other than the parties, you must go outside of the courtroom and remain outside of the courtroom until you're called to testify. You are not to discuss the testimony of any other witness with anyone until you yourself have testified. Counsel are under a continuing duty to ensure that the rule is complied with. Officer Moyer, if you'll check to make sure that that monitor is not broadcasting what we're doing too, please. All right. Mr. Jackson, you may proceed.
Would you please state your name
Veronica Ray Baxter,
and where you live?
7102 Beasley Point Drive in Dixon.
And you're currently married
Yes.
to whom?
Christopher Baxter.
And when were you married?
February 10th, 2015.
And how many children did you have with him?
We have 2 together.
Now, if you, obviously there's been some problems in your marriage.
Yes.
Could you tell me when those problems started and what they were?
It started about when around Daniel Baker got killed.
And what were the troubles?
He was out partying and staying out all night, abusive.
Did you go out and stay all night?
Yes. Sometimes he would come home, but yes, a lot of times he was staying elsewhere.
And as a result of that, excuse me, did you find out he was having an affair with another woman?
Yes, who is here today?
Pardon?
Who is here today with him?
Is he married? Is he living with her now, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir, I do believe so.
And that relationship started during your marriage?
Absolutely.
And once you found out about it, did you go to therapy?
Yes.
And how long did you go to therapy?
For a few months.
And obviously that stopped. Can you tell me why?
It stopped because he was resorting back to the same ways and being secretive.
Did you find out that his paramour was in fact pregnant by him?
I did not. I knew she was pregnant. I did not know it was by my husband.
You know that now.
Yes.
So things got a lot worse.
Yes.
Did he leave the house?
Yes.
And when did that happen?
He officially left around beginning of October of 2020.
And has he been back since?
Absolutely not.
Now, currently there's an order of protection
Yes.
in place.
Yes.
There's also a temporary restraining order that's remaining in place till further orders of the court.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the order of protection keeps you from coming around the children,
Yes.
and the temporary restraining order keeps you from coming around me.
Yes.
Prior to the order of protection keeping him from coming around the children, did he make any effort to visit with the children?
Yes, he was seeing them every other weekend prior.
And during this period of time, did he pay any support?
No, sir.
Has he paid you any support at all?
No, sir.
Who maintains insurance on his children?
The state. The state. They're on Medicaid.
Through the state of Tennessee?
Yes, sir.
Now, while the two of you were together and before he left, did you have problems with him coming to your workplace?
Yes.
And what were those problems?
He would come and be argumentative in front of my coworkers, and he would oftentimes steal my car whenever he was mad at me.
Just take your car?
Yes.
How were you supposed to, how did you get home?
Walked.
He'd come to where you were working, get your car, and you have to walk home?
Yes. Several times.
Pardon?
Several times.
Did he ever become physically abusive to you?
Yes.
Would you describe that to the court?
There were often times that he would come in late and he wanted me to be awake, and he would slap my feet, make me wake up. There were often times that he would hit me. He's choked me. And he would try to put the pillow over my head, and he would hit me.
Did he do this in front of the children?
Yes, sir.
Now, when you would go to work, would he keep the children while you were at work?
No, sir.
Who kept the children?
My mother.
Did you ask him to keep the children?
Yes.
And what was his response?
He can't.
Are you frightened of this man? You scared of him?
Absolutely.
Do you trust him with the children?
No.
And why is that?
It's been almost 2 years since he's seen the children. And he asked them questions whenever he was seeing them. He doesn't know them currently.
And where do you work now?
Vanderbilt.
Is that part-time or full-time?
I work part-time.
And what do you make at Vanderbilt?
20 and some change.
Pardon?
20 and some change.
How many hours do you work per week?
About 24.
Now, your husband, along with what he makes on his job, he gets some veteran benefits, does he not?
Yes, sir.
And does he claim you and his children for those benefits?
Yes, sir.
You know the amount he's paid for your benefit?
About 200 for me and 70 or 75 for our boys. And including my own son, that's my oldest child, he claims him as well. And his name is Trenton, and then Trenton's dad is Timothy, and he claims him on the VA as well.
So he's getting benefits from the Veterans Administration for you and for your children,
Yes, sir.
but he's not paying you anything,
No, sir.
and he pays nothing for the children.
Correct. No, sir.
Now, if the court awards you child support, do you want that to be made retroactive
Absolutely.
to the time when he left?
Yes, sir.
Did you have an automobile prior to April 1st, 2023?
Sir.
And to whom was that vehicle titled?
Me and Chris.
Pardon?
Me and Chris.
And what happened to that vehicle?
It got wrecked.
And did the insurance company pay for that?
Yes, sir.
Who was paying the insurance on the car?
Chris was.
Who was making the payments on the car?
I was.
How much were the payments?
$469, I do believe.
And since he was paying the insurance company paid him for the car, right?
Yes, sir. And also, he paid the insurance because he would not sign off to bring my car to my own policy.
So did you get the money for that car?
No, sir.
Did you try to get the money for that car?
Yes, sir.
So what have you been doing for a car since April?
I'm borrowing one from a friend.
You have money to buy one?
No, sir.
While we're talking about cars, is there a vehicle parked at your house?
Yes, sir.
And what is that vehicle?
A 1972 Chevy C10.
And do you know that had a lot of work done to it,
Yes.
restoration?
Yes.
Do you have an approximate value of that truck?
I would say about 20,000.
And do you know who that truck is titled to?
Christopher.
And when did he acquire that truck?
September 2016.
Were you married to him at the time?
Yes.
Do you know if he has any other vehicles?
Yes. I'm sorry, it was 2017 that he got the truck.
Does he have any other vehicles?
Yes.
What other vehicles does he have?
He has a Maxima and he has a 2002 or 2003 Chevy Silverado.
You know the approximate value of those vehicles?
I would say his car is probably worth maybe 20,000. I'm not really sure. And then his Cat Eye Chevy would probably be 6,000-7,000.
How does he make the payments on those vehicles?
Yes.
Were they acquired during the term of your marriage?
He had the Cat Eye Chevy whenever we were together and got married. But this Maximus, he's acquired during our separation.
So he had the Chevrolet when you were married?
Yes, sir.
And the other, he had it before the marriage?
No, sir. He got it afterwards. He got it afterwards.
Now, I assume you acquired personal property during the course of marriage.
Yes.
Has that property been divided?
Majority of it.
And what parts have not been divided?
Our bedroom suite, the couch and the chair.
Were those items acquired during the marriage?
Yes, sir.
Where are those items currently?
At my house.
At your house?
Yes, sir.
You asking court to award you those items?
Yes, please.
When he left, he took some items with him when he left, did he not?
Yes, sir.
And what did he take with him?
I'm not sure. I was not present because of the drama that was going on. He brought his mistress and her sister-in-law over to get his items. So I'm not sure completely, but he left his deer head, his turkeys. He took his clothes and his guns for sure. The rest, I do believe, is still there.
And how many guns did he have?
About 4 or 5.
And do you know what weapons those were?
They were, there was a pistol and the rest were, was a Browning 270, a Browning mag, I don't remember the rest of it. And then he had a muzzle loader. And I want to say there's one more Browning, but I cannot, Wicked Wing, Browning Wicked Wing.
So he had
I'm sorry, he had 2 pistols. One was mine. He had 2 pistols, one was mine.
What pistol was that? What kind of weapon?
It was a Glock.
How much is it for?
I would probably say 500.
And he took that weapon?
Yes, sir. That was a gift to me from him, but he took it whenever he left.
You haven't gotten it back?
No, sir.
And the Browning Wicked Wing A5, what's the approximate value of that weapon?
2,500.
And the Browning 270 WSM?
I would say about 2,000. Oh, I did not. Did I say 200 on the first one? I meant 2,000.
So on the Browning Wicked Wing, 2,000?
Yes, sir. Actually, for that one, I would say it's about 2,500.
And the Browning 270?
About 2,000.
And the Browning 7 mag?
1,500.
And he has a Glock, and he took your Glock.
Yes, sir.
How much are those valued at, do you think?
I would say about 500 each.
And did he own a muzzle loader?
Yes.
Did he take that?
Yes, sir.
What do you think the value of that is?
Maybe 700.
Pardon?
Maybe 700.
Now do you want the court to make this temporary restraining order, which prohibits him from coming around you, interfering with you in any way? You got to make that a permanent injunction.
Yes, sir.
And also the order of protection with the children. Is that extended?
I am willing to give him supervised visits every other weekend, so he could establish a happy, healthy relationship with our boys, since he's been missing or out of their life for almost 2 years now.
So you're not attempting to keep him from seeing his children?
No, sir.
In fact, you want him to have a relationship with them?
A happy, healthy one, yes, sir.
But because of the length of time since he's seen them, are you of the opinion that this should be a gradual process
Yes, please.
and that it should be supervised?
Yes, sir.
And by whom should it be supervised, in your opinion?
I'm not sure, sir.
Some appropriate person approved by the court?
Yes, please. Please don't make it family. Family's not a good idea.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell the court about the situation?
No, sir, I'm not here for the past experiences. I'm not here to make him look bad, or I just want him to have a healthy, happy, established relationship with our boys.
And to support his children,
Absolutely, yes, sir.
which he absolutely has not done.
No, sir.
And wouldn't even care for them when you were at work, when you were together.
Correct.
Doesn't that make you a little apprehensive about him being with the children now?
Yes, that's why I would like it supervised.
That's all I have.
Master Gill, you have questions?
Yes.
Morning.
Question, I just want to clarify your testimony a little bit. There we go. So, you started your testimony talking about some troubles in the marriage, right?
Yes, sir.
And so, with these troubles, you said that I was staying out and partying, started an affair during the marriage, all that, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, during this time, though, was he the only party in the marriage engaged with interactions, relations of the sexual variety with third parties?
Yes, sir.
At no point at no point during the marriage were you involved with any other parties whatsoever?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, and then, So moving forward there, talk about how you left the house in October of 2020. Now, talking about this though, and the abuse that went on. Now, he's not the only party that had some incidents of violence during the marriage though, is he?
I would try to get him to stop.
But, during the marriage, you also had some abusive tendencies with him, right?
No, sir.
Never all? Did you have abusive tendencies or aggressive tendencies with any other parties during the marriage?
There was, yes, sir.
Could you tell us about that?
Yes, absolutely. I was having a girls' night. Chris was aware of this. We were separated.
Approximately when was this? Take your time.
I want to say fall of 2020.
Okay.
He was aware that I was out with some friends of mine, and he had threatened to go get my children from my mom, or our children from my mom. They showed up. My mom called dispatch and was made aware that he needed to leave. Her property is posted, no trespassing whatsoever. So she called in because she was scared. And then I do believe he or his mistress contacted dispatch, and they were told to leave. Well, whenever I got there, they were still there, backed into my mother's driveway. I get out, I'm the passenger, I get out, and he's mouthing off to me, and then he tells me that his BITCH would whoop my ASS. She got out of the car and proceeded to do so.
And what was the result of that interaction with you and Miss Robinson legally?
I called dispatch. A officer was dispatched out. She made her statement, I made my statement, and charges were filed on both of us. I pressed assault, and she pressed assault on me, and those were dropped.
So we've had that going on. Now I want to circle back. You mentioned that. And I want to make this crystal clear. So at no point during the marriage were you involved with, it's your testimony that at no point during the marriage were you involved with any other party though?
Correct, no, sir.
Yeah, at no point did Mr. Baxter walk in with you with anyone?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Okay, there we go.
I'm sorry. I did forget about that. It's been a few years. So I was out with a guy friend, and he ended up spending the night with me because we were already separated. And so he ended up spending the night with me, and he was in the bed because we fell asleep, and he had his shirt off, but there was no other contact.
Approximately when was this?
2020?
Do you have a rough idea of month or?
It was before we filed our paperwork, so about 2020.
So you would like to correct your testimony that there was both of you were involved with other parties. Was there anyone else at this time?
No, sir. However, this is again 2020. I don't necessarily remember every detail, unfortunately. I do try to the trauma I've tried to, I can't dwell on all the past. That's not what I'm trying to do here.
So the trauma keeps you from testifying truthfully as to what other parties you had sex with during the marriage?
I've not had sex with anyone else.
Now, you have had a child during the pendency of this action.
We were separated.
Okay, but still technically still married though. But so let's see. But we'll move on from there. Yeah. Now, you mentioned here the order of protection. Now, do you remember when this was filed?
Yes, sir. January 16th of 2022.
2022. Yeah. And now with that, we've had that filed now, and and we've got your filing. But if you could just tell the court what was the basis of the motion of your request for order of protection, what was it based off of?
My request for that was because the boys was over at his house with his girlfriend, and he and her got into an altercation, and he choked her. Her children called the cops, and I was notified by her sister-in-law at the time that my boys needed to be picked up or come home. And I had asked, it was not his time to bring them back to me yet. So I asked what was going on, and she told me that that's what happened.
Is your testimony that it was a sister-in-law that they called you, no another party?
Kristen probably texted me as well, but yes.
And you could tell the court, who is Kristen?
His mistress.
So your testimony was they had a dispute, he and his mistress, and she contacted you to receive the children at that time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That was, let's see here. Now, I was wanting to go over a little bit now. We talked a lot about, you testified about Mr. Baxter being argumentative at work and car and all kinds of things. It's fair to say that you guys have had a turbulent past, right?
Sure.
Now, and with it, let's see. Now, during the pendency of this action, which was filed, you guys initially filed in 2020, August of 2020, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so all these things that you testified about issues and alleged, aggressiveness from Mr. Baxter was prior to you guys filing, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. So since this action's been filed, you've had no further issues from Mr. Baxter, right?
He is not allowed to contact me.
Okay. So as you mentioned, it's been 3 years, so there's been no issues between you two in that time.
Again, he cannot contact me.
Let's see. Right. Now, talking about Vanderbilt, you testified that you currently work at Vanderbilt. What's your position there?
Access specialist.
Yeah, and what can you tell the court a little bit about what that job entails?
It's like a receptionist, just at home.
Just at home. All right, well, that's great. So you can work at home. It's flexible, remote jobs. Good deal. So with this at-home position, what's preventing you from working a 40-hour work week?
Childcare.
Childcare, and what is the, now if you work at home, why is childcare necessary?
Because my daughter is a toddler and I'm not allowed to have any background noise at all.
And what's the hours with this job? Are they regular or is it variable? Is it set time? Do you work the same time every single day?
Sure.
Now, you testified a little bit about the Nissan that was wrecked. Can you tell us approximately when that happened?
April 1st of 2023.
April 1st, and who was in the car when it was wrecked?
Jesse?
Anyone else?
No, sir.
Just now, who is Jesse?
He is my daughter's father.
And he is kin to Miss Robinson, your paramour in the case as well, right?
I'm sorry?
Your paramour, who you're living with?
I'm not living with him. We're not living together.
Are you guys in a relationship?
No, sir.
Yes, sir. So why was he driving your vehicle?
Because I was at my, or Carter is one of our children. We were at his baseball game and I had a flat tire, so Jesse put a donut on it and he was going to drive it to his parents to fix it because I wanted my children to be safe. Or our children to be safe. I just wanted the boys to be safe.
And then it was wrecked. Let's see. Shift over here real quick. Let's see. So you've told the court that you'd like to have supervised visits every other weekend, and sole basis for that is just your concern with these issues that you had with Mr. Baxter over 3 years ago?
No, sir. In a way, yes. However, he has not seen our children in 2 years. I feel like they need to get to reconnect and have a happy, healthy relationship with their father.
Now, you testified earlier that the order of protection, though, went into effect, was first filed in January of 2021, though, right?
2022.
So that'd be approximately 2 years. So for the last 2 years where he hasn't had contact, it's been because of this order of protection, right?
Correct.
So it hasn't been by his choice or that he just hasn't wanted to come around. He's been prohibited by law, an order that you sought from the court, right?
Correct. However, Mr. Baxter could have contacted his attorney to change that. He called the insurance company all the time, but he can't call you or set anything up to change the order of protection, though.
I think it's fair to say we've all been looking forward to the final hearing.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Now, do you remember, you mentioned some issues with Mr. Baxter in the past. I was going to see if I could, show you something. We can talk about an account real quick, briefly. Gonna hold this and lay a foundation first. Yeah. So I apologize. We're gonna have to dig back a few years though, but bear with me. So talking about the issues you guys had way back in 2020. Probably at one point you had filed charges against Mr. Baxter during that time, correct?
In 2020,
It's fine. Now, you testified earlier that Mr. Baxter receives VA benefits, though, because he's a veteran.
yes.
Right, and those VA benefits normally are paid to a checking account in his name, correct?
Yes.
Now, but during this time, I was going to show this to you. This was produced by your party in, by your attorney in discovery. If you pass it up, look at that for me.
Clearly, I should be looking at.
Yes, could you identify that document for me? Whose bank statement is that?
It looks like that's mine.
Yours, all right. And if you look on there, the deposit looks like around 1029, 1026. The deposit from the VA for approximately $1,800. If you take a look at that for me. Should be on 1029 for $1,876.17. Do you see that? And you see and we're looking at statements for your bank account.
Correct, because, yes, sir.
So could you explain to us how, and you testified that these VA benefits normally paid into Mr. Baxter's account. Can you explain to us how this Veterans Affairs benefit for Mr. Baxter ended up in your account on that date for $1,876.17?
They deposited it in there. However, since his name is no longer on the checking account, they took it out. His name has to be on the account in order to receive the funds. So they put it in there, they took it back.
And at what point did they claw the funds back? What's your test?
Probably around 1029, because I do remember calling them regarding this.
Thank you. Yeah. Take that back now. Yeah, we don't have to make that up. You testified earlier about some of the value of the personal property between the parties. Now, could you tell the court your background in appraising vehicles?
I don't have one.
And your background in appraising the firearms?
Mr. Jackson asked me approximately, so that's kind of where I was going. I was going on the cost, and I know Brownings are expensive.
So yeah, it's a guess. You weren't testifying as to the actual cost from memory. It's just well, I guess basically.
Again, sir, this has been going on for a few years. I don't remember exact money. I don't remember exact details. That's not what I'm here for.
Let's see. All right. One moment, Judge. Pass minutes, Judge.
Mr. Jackson, do you have any questions? Your boys are 10 and 6, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And they haven't seen their dad in 2 years, and you want supervised visitation. Who exactly am I supposed to designate as a supervisor for these children?
Or I have no idea.
Nobody in your family that's willing to do it?
There would be drama between the two parties, and I don't think that's a good fit. I could see maybe a friend could.
What about anybody in his family? Does he have family around here?
He does, but they don't know our boys at all.
You understand the dilemma that I have is that obviously he has right to see the children, whether he's exercised that or not, or whether that is a fair estimation of what has happened. But in any event, if I order he have supervised visitation, I've got to have somebody who's willing to supervise. And they have to be under the court's jurisdiction. In other words, they have to consent to be a supervisor so that if they don't do what they're supposed to, they answer to me. Therein lies the problem. Let me just ask one thing about this scenario. You understand you're still married?
Yes.
Right. And he's still married to you, and he's obviously, according to you, having this open relationship with another person. But I've gotten the impression you've hedged a little bit about your own personal activities. I don't much care at this point whether you two, during your separation, have had relations with other people, but I do care about people telling the truth under oath. So I'm just going to ask you, have you had a relationship with another individual before, since your separation, while you've been separated?
While we've been separated, yes, but before, while we were married and together, no, sir.
And that was the question Mr. Massengill was trying to ask you, but I don't think that you ever connected with it. And you understand that is, even though you still are married, you may be separated, but you're still legally married.
Now I do, yes, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you. You can step down.
Thank you.
We're going to take our mid-morning recess. We'll be in recess for 15 minutes.
All rise. Court is back in session. You may be seated.
All right, plaintiff is still putting on their proof. Mr. Jackson, you have another witness?
Not this time, no.
All right. Mr. Massengill, do you have proof you wish to offer?
Yes, Your Honor. We call Mr. Chris Baxter to stand.
Come up. Try it again.
Hello?
All right.
There we go. Good deal. All right, please state your name for the record.
Christopher Michael Baxter.
And where do you currently reside? All right, and what's your relationship to Miss Veronica Baxter?
Married?
And while we're here today.
Yes, for the final divorce.
So let's go through a little bit. There's been some testimony. Now the court gets to hear from you a little bit. So I'll probably cross back and forth between these. There's been some confusion about some testimony about the lead up to the divorce. Could you tell us a little bit about y'all's relationship? And
Yes, the relationship we was married February 10th, 2015. We started having problems around that time that Daniel Baker was killed here in Ditson County. At that point in time, I had reached out to a Lisa Baker and a Andrea Gribbins, if I believe that's right, and tried to see if I could get over there and comfort Lisa Baker in the loss of Daniel Baker. At this time, we had started having problems due to the fact that I was going over there, trying to watch out for her and Meredith. And at the time, there was times that we would go together, and then there was times that we didn't go together. There was times that I've never not stayed out all night long. I stayed out one time, and Veronica had told me to go over there and stay with Lisa and Meredith because of the weather.
All right. And then as far as this testimony, so you're staying over there with Bakers. What other issues were going on though?
At this time, I did not know of any issues that was going on up to this point. It come to find out that during the issue was that there was rumors being spread that somebody was seeing somebody else.
Object, Your Honor.
And the basis is,
Hearsay.
objection is as to hearsay as to this statement there are rumors out there. A rumor would appear to be a very definite source of hearsay, so sustain the objection.
We had started getting into arguments. They started becoming abusive. We had started to separate from each other as a couple.
And how do you mean separate?
She would be very secretive with her social media. She would turn off her location on GPS where we had GPS on each other. There was multiple times where she would not answer the phone.
And you guys with the fighting, you mentioned it got abusive. So you tell us a little bit about that.
So the abuse started with both of us. There wasn't just one party. We had both been very violent with each other. At one time, there was a knife pulled from her. There was one time where I had been hit with a golf club. I had been scratched by my neck. I was on the phone with another person where they could hear this. With the kids being said, that would be Trenton and Jackson and Carter, that there would be some times where they would see the physical evidence between both of us.
So time you were scratched, time you tapped by a golf club, the time the knife was pulled, of all these incidents, were the children present?
Yes.
And so all those times where Miss Baxter was the aggressor to you, the children were present?
Yes, both times.
So moving forward, you guys have decided to file for divorce.
Yes.
All right. And then after that, once everything, you guys initially had an agreement, but then you guys decided to retain counsel, and so here we are. Now, after the divorce was filed, what was the arrangement between the parties regarding custody?
So before we had filed with lawyers, before she had presented herself with a lawyer, there was supposed to be a non-contested divorce. We were supposed to split all the bills, and we were supposed to do 50-50 with the kids.
That was the original agreement?
That was the original agreement.
Is that reflected in the parenting plan?
Apparently some total offer of settlement.
Well,
That agreement never was entered into, I don't think. As such, it's an offer of settlement rather than.
it was a marital dissolution agreement that was filed as a part of the original filing when they were pro se. And it's a part of the court's records, so as far as that.
I was unaware of that, John. I withdraw my bill.
So the original agreement between the parties was 50-50 custody?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys, proceed onwards, and then, everyone the case is going on now. This case has gone on for quite a while, though.
Yes, for a very long time.
Now, during this time, why haven't, what's been your position on the delay in bringing this case to a conclusion?
There's a number of factors. We've tried mediation 3 or 4 times. We have reached out. I even called the office of Mr. Jackson. One of the members there told me, do not contact us, have a lawyer contact us on some things. So I retreated. Every month I've called you, I've texted you to see if we can further this. Besides the mediation, there was no other way of getting this final until we went to a final divorce hearing.
So you've been wanting to move forward on this. You have been wanting.
Yes, I've been ready to go the very first day we put this in. The moment she filed she retained a lawyer, I went and retained a lawyer.
And do you want to see your boys?
Yes, I've seen my kids out in public. I've seen them in Dick's Sporting Goods where I'd have to leave because they were with her mother. I would see them out back playing around the fence where I couldn't honk the horn, wave at them. I've seen them out in stores, restaurants. Two of my kids with a previous marriage has been able to contact them, but they cannot say, Dad misses you. They can't say, Dad can do this, or Dad can do that, or Dad loves you, because of the order of protection and restraining order that we've had in place for the last 3 years.
And you would want to bring this, resolve this action. Do you want to support your children?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you have any issue today with court ordering child support?
No.
Do you have any issue with the court ordering retroactive child support?
No.
You're happy to pay it, happy to support children?
Yes.
So you wanted to bring this forward. You just want to get this, you've been waiting for court date to get this done.
Yes.
And you want to see your boys.
Yes.
Okay. So on that, now there was talking about this order of protection. So there was this issue with the, with the order of protection. Ms. Baxter testified to that it was, stemming from January of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's been nearly 2 years. Now, could you tell us, with that case, what was the end result with it? Well,
So the end result was I went through a class. I went through a domestic violence class for 9 months. Every Monday, I paid my dues on time. I showed up on time. I stayed extra to help out other people. I even went and sought help from the VA as a combat veteran, and they had prescribed me medicine to help with my anxiety and my PTSD. So I've done everything I can except get her here to get this divorce finalized.
absolutely. Bear with me.
Your Honor, Massengill's showing me some document here he wants to introduce. In my interrogatories back quite some time ago, I asked for any documents that were going to be introduced. And his response was, my request for production was produce any and all documents and or items that you intend to introduce as an exhibit in the trial of this matter. His response was, objection, as the interrogatory is overly broad, vague, not narrowly tailored to produce discoverable information, and not ripe, as respondent is not required to make such election at this time. This response will be reasonably updated once this matter approaches the trial date. On the 28th day of November, which is barely a week ago, I got a list of witnesses and an exhibits list. And this, and the interrogatories and request for production have not been updated since. So I've been under the impression, going to trial, that there wasn't going to be any witnesses and he wasn't going to produce any document. And him coming in just a week before trial with a list of witnesses and documents is ambush. We hadn't had any opportunity at all to respond to any of this. And it's his responsibility to update it.
So are you objecting to the introduction of this document based upon the fact that it was not produced in discovery? What is the document?
It's a disposition of the case that the order of protection is based off of. And if I may, this is what I showed you before court that you agreed that you didn't have an issue with.
I said I didn't have a problem with you trying to admit it if it wasn't certified.
Your Honor, our response would be that, as referenced in the motion to continue from last time we were here, I referenced that neither party had updated or seasonally supplemented their discovery, and that was an issue. However, this we did submit a defendant witness list, and it was submitted within the 10-day period prescribed by the local rules. It specifically notes in there as the first item.
I mean, this is a document which reflects what the actual outcome of the underlying criminal case was?
Yes, Your Honor, that's it.
And is there any dispute about it being accurate, or, he testified about, he can testify about it whether the document is introduced or not. There's nothing that would prevent him from being able to testify as to the disposition of that case. So I'll sustain the objection based on the fact that it was not introduced, but he can testify about what the disposition was.
Right, so talking about that case, so the the underlying case that the order of protection was based off of. What was the end result? Is that case still pending?
No, the case has been closed and nothing has been recommended about it from here.
And you testified about this a little bit earlier, just to get back on it. So after that incident and the case that's been dismissed, what actions did you take to address any issues with anger or any problems that you had? You testified about this a little bit right before the
I went straight to the VA. I told them I needed help. They started me with counseling, and then they started me on medication.
And what was the basis for the counseling? What's your diagnosis?
So, as a Marine Corps combat veteran, I have PTSD and TBI. PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder, and TBI is traumatic brain injury from being wounded 4 times in Fallujah, Iraq.
And could you tell us a little bit about your military service? So you're a Marine. What were your tours doing?
So I was a Marine. I was a reservist. As a 0331, that's United States Marine Corps machine gunner. My jobs in that role was a team leader. I was to set up the machine gun and direct fire at any and all foreign and any kind of enemy contact that we had.
And how many deployments overseas did you have in these younger, wilder years?
I have one with the United States Marine Corps.
And any others?
Yes, I had 2 more with KBR.
What is KBR?
KBR is a private contract group.
And so you've had these, and so after it happened, you went there. Tell us a little bit about the counseling you've been been participating in with the VA.
So the counseling I'm getting is a one-on-one with a Dr. LaCruz. He has helped me overcome my anger. He has helped me overcome my anxiety. I've never thought I needed help, but I truly did. And so I've went out and sought it. And this is to better myself and to better the relationship I have with my kids.
Approximately when did you start this counseling?
This was around February of 2022, and I have not stopped.
You're still
doing everything I can.
Yeah. And as far as the medication component, what kind of medication have they prescribed for you?
So it's an anxiety med. It's like a Bucerin or something like that. I have a picture of it, but I don't know what it's called medically. I'm supposed to take it once a day, twice if I'm starting to feel anxiety or if I'm stressed out, and that will help calm everything down.
And what other steps did you take after, starting in February 2022, to try to better yourself?
I've done everything that I can possibly can. I've bettered myself at the work location I'm at. I keep seeking a better position. I have went out and got help from, I'm trying to think, the 9-month course I had, they have extra counseling.
What's the 9-month course you had?
The domestic violence course.
Where was that completed at?
Ditson Main Street or Main Street. It's Main Street something. But this is also a place that Veronica and I went to go get divorce counseling or marriage counseling before we started having issues.
And how many classes were you required to complete?
I was required to take, I think it was 54.
And how many did you end up taking?
54.
Up there on it, got done. So you've done that. Now I want to shift gears a little bit. You've done all these things. You've addressed these concerns, all that. Now, since this incident, have there been any other issues?
No, no other incidents.
No other problems? Nothing?
No interactions with the law, nothing.
All right. Now, I want to slide back here. All right, we're going to shift gears a little bit now. We're going to talk a little bit about you and your employment. Where are you employed, sir?
SBL Logistics.
And what's your position there?
I'm a dock worker.
And now what is your rate of pay? What's your hourly rate?
$24.89.
And when did you start getting paid $24.89?
This year,
Approximately.
around February, we had a small raise due to the cost of living.
And before that, how much were you paid?
$22.50 an hour.
And how long had you been paid $22.50 an hour?
An hour, 1 year and 6 months.
Going back. So that's
Going back.
okay. So let's see. So you have that. Now I'm just gonna take a look at this. Would you identify the document for me, sir?
This is a marital property list.
All right. And who? That's you produced in Discovery, right?
Yes.
All right. And if you could go down here, it reflects what you believe is the appropriate division of marital property in question, right?
Yes.
All right, and if there's no objection, I move that this item be admitted to evidence as Exhibit A. So let's go down this briefly. So we got the just item by item. I want you to be able to briefly for the court tell us about your basis of value on these things, and then why you think which party should receive it. So the 1972 C10 truck, you estimate here that's current value is about $2,500.
Yes, that is wrong. That's we purchased it for $17,500, and the book value on it's like $8,000. So that is different right there.
Gotcha. All right, and the bedroom set?
There was 2 bedroom sets. One that was in the master bedroom, and the second bedroom set was 2 different sets of bunk beds.
And you think $500 is a fair value for it?
Yes.
Let's see, living room set, got that. Basically going through here, I mean, reviewing this, do all these values look accurate to you? Is there anything that you think needs to be amended?
No, everything looks fine here.
Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about the firearms. So we have the firearms here, and it's listed in omnibus category. They acquired varies, and we put value in there. So if you tell the court, what are the firearms in question?
We'll start with the pistols. There's 2 pistols. One is a Glock 42, I believe, or Glock 43. It is a single stack 9mm. The second Glock is a Glock 357 SIG, which is a Glock 32. Then we have 3 Brownings, a 7mm Browning mag. It's a deer rifle, a 270 Winchester short mag, which is a deer rifle, and then a Browning A5 Wicked Wing 12-gauge shotgun and a muzzleloader.
You must be a hunter.
Very much.
So if you could go through us briefly and tell the court kind of your breakdown on all the, or as far as these items go, which of these firearms do you think, are you asking the court to award to Ms. Baxter, and which do you think should be awarded to you?
I would like to possess all the firearms. If the Glock 42/43, the single stack 9mm, is an issue, she can have it, no problems. I still have it in my possession, and it's functioning fine.
Yeah, no problem. Turn that over to the court awards it, all right?
Yep.
And I'm going to shift gears briefly now. I know we've talked about some of the personal property. There's no real property, but let's talk about marital debt. So you guys acquire any debts during your marriage?
Yes, we did.
All right, and could you tell us what those debts are?
We had a few, multiple credit cards. We had 2 Capital Ones. We had a Merrick Bank, a Mission Lanes credit card, and a Credit One credit card. There was a Synchrage or some kind of credit card that I tried putting in my name, but she was primary. I was co-signer on it, so I could not switch that over into my name.
Okay. And as far as these go, are there any debts connected to any of the vehicles or any loans? Or
Yes, so we have a One Main. This was a loan that I had taken out on my 2003 Chevy Silverado for a set of rings for her and I when we used to get married, or after we got married, for her half.
And at the time of separation, what was the approximate balance of that loan?
I had a email sent to me from one of the jewelers here in Ditson that valued them at $12,000 to $15,000.
Sorry, I'm not asking the value of the rings, asking what was the balance on the debt?
There was $7,000 still left on the 2003 Chevy Silverado.
All right, and that loan, so the loan was collateralized against?
Yes.
Okay, but it was for those rings?
Yes.
And accumulated during the marriage?
Yes.
And during the pendency of this action, the last 3 years, who's been making payments on that?
I have.
All right, and the entire time?
The entire time.
And what are the monthly payments on that?
I believe they are $504 a month.
Oh, for a month. All right. And are there any other debts connected to any vehicles or anything else out there?
The Nissan Sentra, the 2015 Nissan Sentra, was paid this year, paid in full by my insurance company, State Farm, due to a wreck, and there is now a lawsuit pending on that with $200,000.
So that's been resolved. Okay.
Wait a minute. Now, is this the car that was wrecked?
Yes,
by
sir.
Someone else driving?
Yes, sir.
And it was a Sentra,
Yes, sir.
and you say that the insurance paid it off.
Yes, sir. My State Farm had paid off the lien against it.
Right?
There was a little bit of amount left on flagship. The State Farm paid them and then sent me a check. It has both of our names on it. And then
So how much was that check?
$5,800 some odd dollars, sir. It's been issued since April 15th of this year, and we have been
So
trying.
I'm handed by the clerk this check from April. How long is it check good for? Because this.
It does not have a date, sir. They said whenever we could get legally.
$5,863.43 is the amount of this check that's issued by State Farm.
Yes, sir.
It's made payable to Chris Baxter and Veronica Baxter.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me about this lawsuit you're talking about.
So the lawsuit consists of a Jesse Vanderpool. At the time, he was listed as a boyfriend in her deposition, and he had permission from her to drive the vehicle. I had talked with the Tennessee Highway Patrol officer that worked this wreck. He said that
You can't quote what someone else tells you. I'm just trying to find out who's suing whom and for how much.
there is a Chris, I have the paperwork. I do not know his last name, but he is suing State Farm and myself for $200,000, $65,000 in medical fees, and $130-something thousand for restitution of whatever.
And is your wife's name on that lawsuit as well?
Yes.
All right, so he's suing you and Mrs. Baxter
Yes.
for $200,000, alleging that because the accident was caused by this Jesse individual.
Yes, sir.
All right, I just wanted to make sure I knew what was going on. Thank you.
And this is at all times, this is the vehicle you maintain insurance on?
Yes, sir.
All right, and what was how much were you paying per month for the insurance?
The insurance would change various from $89 all the way up to $130.
To $130 a month. And for the 3 years of this action's been pending, you've maintained the insurance at all times?
Yes.
Now, with the parties' initial agreement regarding the divorce, was there an understanding between the parties as to who would be insuring the Nissan that Ms. Baxter was driving and enjoying?
Yes. She said in the non-contested divorce, which is not presented, she said she would need 90 days to take the car loan, put it in her name, and have insurance on herself.
And did that ever happen?
No.
And you continue to provide insurance, though?
Yes.
And why did you continue to provide insurance?
This was our boys. I wanted to make sure that they were safe and they were always taken care of. And this was a car for her and the boys, not for anybody else.
Now, with the pending lawsuit, during the pendency of this divorce, though, have you had any use or control of this Nissan vehicle?
No.
So it's been completely within Ms. Veronica Baxter's control at all times?
Yes.
So when the court, makes their decision today, an equitable division of assets and liabilities, we ask the court to assign any liability stemming from this wreck to Ms. Baxter?
Yes.
Now, let's talk a little bit. There's been some testimony about your benefits from the VA.
Yes.
So I can come up here so you can tell us about that. So what are your VA benefits? Why do you get them?
The VA benefits is due to Being overseas and being combat wounded.
And is there a component of your benefits that's based off having a spouse and children?
Yes.
And can you tell us approximately what that is?
For a wife is $250 up to $500, and per kid can be $70 up to $150.
All right. And so upon the entry of a final decree of divorce in this matter, what will the effect be on your benefits?
So once this takes place and we have to remove Veronica and Trenton, this will drop down anywhere from $500 to $750 from $2,100 a month.
Could you please identify this document for me?
This is a separate property list.
And who generated it? Who's created it?
What's that?
And you produced this as a part of discovery?
Yes, I did.
All right. And so let's go through here. Well, is this a true and accurate representation and summation of the various items that you believe are separate property and therefore should be awarded to you by this court that have been held by Ms. Baxter?
Yes.
All right. If there's no objection, I move that become Exhibit 2. All right. Now let's just go through this briefly. If you could tell us. So we've heard a lot about this. There's been a lot of testimony about vehicles today. So there's this. So let's talk about this. Your first item is 2003 Chevy Silverado. It says you acquired it in 2007. When were you and Ms. Baxter married?
2015, February.
Okay. And you also have here indicated that it's still in her possession, though. So what's happened there?
This was different. The 1972 is still in her possession. The 2003 is in my possession.
Okay, so the 1972 have to be corrected. So 1972 Chevy Silverado or truck is in your name,
Yes.
and you acquired it before the marriage,
Yes.
and it's still in her possession.
Yes.
Now, why is it still in her possession?
I'm not allowed to be around her. Court ordered.
But you're asking that day that the court award that to you.
Yes.
And as far as these other items, we've got deep freezer, birth certificate. I won't belabor the court's time too much on these items. But can you tell us what's this DD 214 and DD 215?
So these are military documents that show that what my service was. They also show any awards that I was awarded while being deployed. They show my months of deployments, months of service. These are very hard to obtain. It takes up to 6 years to get these back through the VA now.
And you've asked to get these? Yeah.
I was asked to get these. I was handed a blue notebook by Miss Veronica due to the judge ordering it, but I was never given my DD 214, DD 215, nor my Social Security, nor my birth certificate, or my passport.
All right, military medals or anything of that nature?
Nothing.
So, all right. Anything, here's I think we've talked about what property and debt there is to divide. I think we've gone over that. So let's circle back to the meat of the issue. So tell me a little bit about your family. We're here, your boys, Miss Baxter, are Jackson and Carter.
Yes, Jackson and Carter.
Yeah. Now, also, what other children do you have?
I have Spencer Baxter and Addison Baxter with my first marriage. And then I have Jackson and Carter with Veronica. And then I have a Cooper Baxter with Kristen Robertson.
Gotcha. Now, this Spencer and Addison, who's their mother?
Their mother is Mandy. She goes by Mandy Gale or Mandy Lane Bishop.
And we're right here from her later. And what's the custody arrangement with Miss Bishop?
She has sole custody, but we have a 50-50. The kids can come over and go as they please.
So approximately the children spend, you say sole custody, so she's primary, but
She's primary, but we both split at any time. We can have the kids 5-7 days, 2 or 3 months, any given time.
About 50-50.
Yes.
And with Cooper, you guys have him. Where does he reside? All right. And so, have there been any issues with Spencer, Addison, anything?
There's not been any issues. There has been a few things where they can talk to Jackson via text message, via Snapchat, via social media. It seems like Jackson has reached out in the last year and previous to this, Addison, my daughter, and him went to the same school. They got to talk to each other every day.
And what's the relationship between Spencer and Addison and Jackson and Carter?
Addison is very close with Jackson. Those two they're definitely brother and sister. They talk almost all the time. Spencer just now started coming around with Jackson. They've been talking about hunting. So this year's been a good year for Spencer and Jackson reuniting. I don't know if Carter has a tablet or anything of that nature. I don't know if he's been contacted or not.
So, you'd say they talk a lot, bonded, all
Yes.
that? Yeah. Now, and what school do Spencer and Addison attend?
Spencer goes to the Dixon County High School. Addison goes to the middle school right now. At the time before this year, Addison had went to Oakmont with Jackson and Carter, where she had helped Jackson and Carter every morning with breakfast and got to talk to them. And when she graduated from Oakmont, she went to middle school. And now Jackson's in 6th grade.
Sure. So they strong bond there. And you mentioned Oakmont. So where you reside, are you zoned for Oakmont?
Yes, I am.
And where Miss Baxter resides, is she zoned for Oakmont?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see that. I want to circle around on one last thing. So you heard the testimony earlier about way back about this question about whether Miss Baxter had any interactions with third parties around the time you guys filed.
Yes, there was a few. One that I got to see firsthand. The guy friend that she had let stay over was a former football player that I'd been friends with, Jason Albert. I had not fully moved out. This happened the month before October, so this was in September. I had walked into the apartment and walked into the main bedroom, and there Jason Albert was laying in my bed with Veronica Baxter.
And what happened next?
I woke up, I went over, woke him up, and I said, Jason, you need to leave. He was in a daze, didn't know what was going on. So I went back outside to get my little brother, who was working with me at the time. We worked at CMI Constructors. And I told my brother, I said, I don't want no problems, so please come in here and make sure everything goes smooth. So as he come in there, he had walked into the main bedroom, and he had said, Jason, you need to get the hell out right now. Nobody had no firearms. Nobody had no threats. Nobody was threatened to whoop anybody. Before anything could happen, Veronica had gotten up, left, ran out, got in her 2015 Nissan Sentra, and left Jason there to put his clothes on. He was shirtless. He had boxer briefs on. He walked out to the living room, put his jeans on, put his boots on, got his shirt on, said, I'm sorry, Chris, and walked out the door. And
he had been laying in the bed with Miss Baxter.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned there are no firearms. Now, there are firearms around the house, or you just mean there were no firearms pulled?
There was no firearms in the house. There was no firearms pulled. There was no firearms in our vehicle.
And he left. There's no incidents, no violence?
Incidents, no violence, no law, nothing. He walked out the door, not harmed, no verbal threats, nothing.
So you walked in on another man laying in your bed with your wife, and he walked out and there was no fighting.
No violence.
When did you start your relationship with this Miss Robinson?
2000, late 2018, 2019. This was about.
Was this before or after you walked in and found her in bed?
This was right during the time. This was right during the time that I'd started
You were seeing somebody else, right?
Yes, yes.
And you walked in and you found
Yes.
a man in your wife's bed?
Yes.
What was your bed? The moral outrage doesn't seem to really apply here because both of them appear to be engaged in other relationships. I'm not saying you were having moral outrage, but basically equals out. What I can do is simply find they're both at fault and dismiss the divorce without granting it.
I think the parties.
I can do that.
You're on aisle for this testimony.
But I'll let you go ahead. You go ahead and put on your proofs.
Sure. I think it speaks to the credibility of the issue of, the question of what was going on there, A. And B, I think it also speaks to the issue of my client versus Ms. Baxter's propensity for violence. That was the reason. I think the party would stipulate that, as to
I understand.
grounds. So, is there anything else that you think you'd like to cover? Anything else that you think the court should hear? Or
I'm not sure how credible this could be. The time that Chris and I had started to engage in a relationship, Veronica and her were very close. Apparently they were best friends at the time. And Miss Veronica had told Kristen that she was seeing another guy.
Object, Your Honor. Hearsay.
State that would seem to be secondhand hearsay. So.
and anything else you think?
Not that the October 15th incident with the boys, with me going to get them while she had a girls' night out. I contacted a Ditson County Sheriff's deputy. The name was Hunter England, and I told him the situation. He said, "You are more than welcome to go get your kids. Just make sure there's no trespassing signs on there, and knock on the door and be nonchalant." As soon as Miss Veronica told me, "Do not go over there. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to have kids. You're not allowed to any of this," I went to go get the kids while she was out having a girls' night, which was fine. I thought that was perfectly okay. Went over there. I didn't even get to knock on the door, and Veronica had called the police, not her mom, Veronica. Dispatch comes over. There's a guy trying to get his kids. So Hunter England dispatches out. White Bluff dispatches out. At the time I get out of the vehicle to go up to the door, Veronica, Lisa Baker, and Brandy McAllister had pulled up. Veronica had exited the vehicle and said, "You're not getting our kids. You're not going to ruin my night. Where's your bitch at? Show me where she's at." And I said, "She is in the car." As soon as I told her where she was at, Veronica walked over to the car, pulled out Kristen by her hair, and that's when a physical altercation presented itself. My daughter, Addison Lane Baxter, was in the car. My son, Cooper James Robertson, was in the car.
Let's see. Anything else? So today, you're asking the court, based on everything, the work you've done and various efforts you've taken to remediate any issues you have, are you asking the court today to set aside the order of protection and to grant custody?
Yes.
And what would you ask the court to award?
Today I asked for the final divorce to happen. Most importantly is the kids. I'd suggest that we do 50-50. If there's any child support in there, so be it. I understand that our boys are on state insurance. I can provide insurance. I provide insurance for Spencer Baxter and Addison Baxter that was with my first marriage. I just want 50-50. We live 7/10 of a mile away from each other. There should be no reason why I can't have 50-50. I'm a combat veteran. I have a Purple Heart. I have a NAM with Combat V. I've served my country. I tried serving the city of Ditson, but the hands before me, I wasn't able. So here I am.
That's what it's, Judge.
Yeah, Your Honor. Well, you're a combat veteran, you've got a Purple Heart, and you're a stand-up guy, right?
Yes, sir.
And why aren't you paying child support?
We are not final through the court here. We have tried and tried and tried to get this a parenting plan.
Telling me you have to have a court order to support your children?
No, but I have
Then
to.
why haven't you supported them?
Well, I'm not allowed to go around. We have not settled this in court. I've done everything I can on my end.
You are?
Yes, sir. I've done everything on my end.
You also say that the most important part of all this is your children.
Yes.
But you've not paid one penny
Yes.
support.
Yes.
Not one.
Not one.
Doesn't sound like they're very important to you.
Well, the court has to make this happen.
And the court will. I can assure you of that.
We are here for that today.
But you haven't.
No, sir.
Now, in the interrogatories I sent you,